Good morning guys, it's me, it's Jenny here from Just Jenny Journaling. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a flip through of a custom order that's going out in the post this morning. It's the custom order for the ladies ordered as a gift for a friend. It's a set of 3 Traveller's notebooks in this Traveller's notebook, really. 3 inserts. 2 are going to be used for notes, so they're themed according to particular assembly days, and the theme for both assembly days, the first one is Be Strong. So I've done one, the first one, I don't know if you can see, that's got the dictionary definition of strong on the front and the little typewriter thing. Because apparently the recipient loves all things vintage, so I thought I would go with a real stylish vintage theme with this set. And the second assembly day is Be Bold. So I've just done that on the front with the little stamps and the rose. The stamps come from the Graphic 45. You remember I did the series from the Communique. That's still that's from that range, that set. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So I did this on, I got this paper, it's a particular make, and I bought it a few months back, and I can't remember where, to be fair. But anyway, I used this card on all 3, and that sewn on, backed onto this sort of like card. It's got like a leatherette type of finish to it. It's lovely. So I used that on all 3 in different proportions. I won't be taking out the journaling cards as we go, because I think you may have seen those. I've also done a video on how I made them, so you'll be quite familiar with the journaling cards. But in here I popped some extra sort of the flashcards and some extra bits and pieces that she might like to add as she goes along. So let's dive straight in. I won't take them to bits. I'll just show as is. So this is the first one, the Be Strong notebook, and I've basically done some collages with the flashcards, and the flashcards are all based on the programme, and that's the theme script of the day, and I've popped that in, I've printed that out. So I've just done little collages really with the flashcards. I've just done some stamping on this one. And I've just popped some bits in from some vintage sort of magazines about, well, you'll see, it's quite self-explanatory. That was a little bit left over from the wrapping paper I had with the vintage typewriters, which I love. I might have to get some more of that. Again, well, I haven't done much, I haven't done any tea or coffee dyed paper in this one, because I wanted it kind of to be sort of clean with the black, white and red theme to it. Just a bit of red rose stamping. That was a little bit of that, oh, what was it? The Pitman's shorthand book that I picked up the other week. I thought I'd pop that in. It goes with the typewriter type theme. And I think this was, oh yeah, I got a set of, let me show you, of reprinted newspapers from the charity shop for 20p. So that's them there, women in the news. So I've got these 3 reprinted old newspapers, which is, they're really fun. They're really fun. So I took some of those to bits. Anyway, she likes vintage cameras, typewriters, that sort of thing. So I just thought I'd put that in for the first centre spread, and that's the Tim Holtz washi. Your lip image. I thought that's really such fun, and I thought we'd keep in the 1950s type theme. I can't resist a floral, not gonna lie, can't resist a floral really, and that's the other side of that page, all about vintage jewellery, which I think is really fun. And that's the actual highlighted, the other side of the scripture, and that's the highlighted verse. I just stapled the tabs on here, and that's got little glass dangly on it. And oh yes, like before, I've done the I printed the programs so that they can be movable, and there's a tab at the top, so wherever you are in your note taking, you can pop it in and move it along, but you can find it quite easily. So that's the morning, the afternoon program, and for that I've just done so you can tuck in the back there. Let me see if I can move that back again. Sorry. Right. The second one, or the middle one I've done, so I've done the 2 assembly notebooks, and I've done one just because, so she can do whatever she likes with this particular journal. So I've been able to go a little bit mad. I love this vintage lady, and I've decoupaged the rose on the back, and I think I just sewed the whole, yeah, sewed it back to back, 2 bits of card together, so it's quite solid onto this newspaper type thing. I've done the decoupage on the front, as you can see, and I've stuffed this to the gunnels really with different bits and pieces. So there's lots of pockets, the sort of journal cards and things you saw me make, and I'm sticking again hopefully to black, white and red-ish, and so you can see just a few more fun papers really, and I've popped some bits and pieces in her little pouch at the front that she can use here to pop them in there, that she can use to decorate a bit more fully. I love this retro stamp, I really do. So I've used that quite a lot in this particular one. This was some wrapping paper. I did have some cards to go with this, but I think I've used those already, but I loved how that turned out. Oh, I've done it again. It's outrageous, I'm so sorry. Okay. Again, this was, I got a little Boden envelope offer thing a little while ago, and I just love the way that their patterns and things, and so I thought I'd pop that in there. I saved it because I really liked it. I like the colours. So again, some of the shorthand paper, a few of those stamps if she wants to cut up and make for her collages, she can. Stamping, a little bit of just a little cardy thing. Different types. I've used some of the papers that came with the travel note inserts that came with this. I took it into bits and I've mixed them up. Little envelope here with a stamp on, popped in. This is a little bit from those newspapers, which I think is real fun. But rice pudding, what a lovely image. Just fun, really. Just fun for a bit of contrast. And I've moved that, bumped that camera again. 9 pages. You can see that little, again, it's one of a nice stamp I really like. And I've gone to town with this stamp set comes with the clouds and things, so I thought I'd be a bit arty and do them different colours, but I just love that image. I love that image. You can see the camera image there, the little camera stamp, old-fashioned camera. I made this into a pocket, this cardstock. Made it into a little pocket, if you can see. I've done a little collage on there with the Tim Holtz, and just, well, you've seen that card. I've popped that in there. So she can write in here whatever she wants, really. And I love that. That's from that same image with the vintage lady. And this I thought was really a fun image. I'll try and do it without the glare. Lady in a 1950s kitchen who looks absolutely immaculate. Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. That's the other side of that. Oh yes. Oh, this was Susan from Florida. Remember, she recently got that Happy Mail. She sent me this paper, 2 or 3 sheets of this, and I loved it, and I've used some of it in here. I think it's lovely. And it also almost coordinates, I think, with the little envelope. Kind of like in reverse order, doesn't it? Anyway, probably not, just how my mind works. Done a little pocket here with that. That's the other side. And this comes from Paper Chase, this little butterfly card. And I thought I'd cut that down, pop it in there just because I can. All that stamping again. This was from a colouring page with the, it's got sunglasses on the back. But anyway, I think I've got some of the paper in here a bit later. And the other side, that newspaper, envelope, the other side of an envelope, and I've popped some bits in. There we go. So that's that. Just pop that in. That's the other side of the Boden envelope with a little bit of the Tim Holtz washi on the bottom. This was from an old annual that I picked up, Emergency Ward 10, from on the other side. I think it's about Nurse Jenny, I think. But it's just really good fun. These lovely images. That's just the other side of that. Oh yes, now this is the colouring page. The other side, sunglasses, and you've got the perfume bottles, which I thought was quite in keeping. So the music paper, which I've stamped on, and that just comes from like a countryside cookbook type thing. And I just did a little collage there with this beautiful, what's it called again? Doily, that's the word I want. Oh dear. I've got the bowl pin and this lovely red bead. And it comes off of this little, yeah, one of those from there in the front. Right, so that's the inside pocket of the second of the general journal notebook. Okay, that's that one. The last one in the set is the Be Bold assembly notebook. So I put the definition of bold on the front, as you've seen, dictionary definition. And again, I've got pockets in the front and back of this one. So that's the morning. And I've done the, again, the flashcards with collages all the way through. Some just stamped, but I thought just to introduce it, it would be nice to have a nice collage. That's the theme scripture printed out there. And again, it's just a selection of papers. I've got the Pitman shorthand book there, and there's a bit of stamping, flashcard about, oh, floral. So you get the gist. You get the gist. It will be fun to work in, I think. It will be fun to work in, to leave for her to make her notes for the day. I thought that was just a fun, little fun image of the youngsters with their record player. And I have a book. I've always loved vintage clothing. I have a book that talks about all sorts of vintage bits and pieces, so I just popped that in. In fact, I've almost got a little cardie like that, to be fair, and I just thought, again, it's all about the 1950s, so I popped it in. Oh, and I've done that again, so sorry. Yeah, little collages all the way through. Done a little lacy rose stamp on that one. Hope this is all in. I love the way this turned out. In fact, I've popped some bits in so she can do some more of this if she fancies. Anyway, more. That's the other side of that picture, the young ladies. Glasses. The side of that scripture. I love the way, I just love the thing of this. I knew I was tracing paper, and with the little tab with little glass beads there, and the little back pocket with the afternoon programme. So there you go, my dears. That's the flip through of that latest project. I've loved doing it. Love doing it. Before you know it, I think assembly season will be started again. So I will take some more custom orders if anybody's interested in Be Bold or Be Strong. I'm thinking about putting a couple in my Etsy shop as well as just general traveller's notebook inserts, just for use generally. I hope you enjoyed this. If you haven't subscribed to my channel before, please like, comment, subscribe below. I'm on Instagram every day, I try to be, and on Facebook as well. And keep your eyes peeled, because I should be starting my Etsy shop. I'm trying to fill up to start selling on Etsy on the 1st of September. So thank you for your support if you've watched my videos before. Hope you like this. Look forward to any feedback. Take care. Bye.